Why was Talos worship banned by the events of Skyrim? Well, this answer is actually quite simple, but at the same time it is a little nuanced. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we discuss lore topics in the world of the Elder Scrolls. And today we will take a look at why Talos worship was banned by the events of Skyrim. As always, if you're enjoying the videos on this channel, please be sure to like them as well as subscribing to the channel. It would be cool to see more of the fan base of the Elder Scrolls series, to see another lore content creator on the scene, as well as joining my Discord. As always, link will be in the description below. This video might come out at an unexpected time as I am now doing 2 video uploads a week. Now that's cool. In order to start with this, we need to take a look at what this is to begin with, who placed the ban on it, and why it was specifically targeted. Talos, once known mortally as Tiber Septim, was the first Dragonborn Emperor of Tamriel in the Third Era. What made this emperor so special was that it was the first iteration that was able to unite all of the provinces of Tamriel together, and it was done under the leadership of Tiber Septim. Now I don't know about you, but if I was living in that world and that era, and I knew someone who was able to unite all of the provinces of Tamriel under one banner, I would almost consider them a god amongst men. After his death, it was said that he had ascended into godhood. Now, there are many disputes and theories surrounding this event, which we can get to in another video. How do you want to see this video? Simple. Let's get this video to 50 likes and your wish shall be my command. Essentially, because of his heroic deeds in life, there are many that saw him as the god hero of mankind, and went as far as including him as one of the divines, turning the traditional 8 divines into the 9 divines. Unfortunately, not everyone subscribed to this new change, but everyone watching should consider subscribing to this channel if you enjoy the lore content coming out. It's free, and you are always free to change your mind later on. Anyway, the Thalmor, a faction that consisted mainly of Altmer, had slowly been biding their time and gaining power, which is quite easy to do if you are, well, immortal.
I'm patient. I can wait.
This is a detail that is missed in the events of Oblivion, but in fact, the Thalmor had the strength to keep the Daedric forces at bay while the champion of Cyrodiil had dealt with the main problem in the Imperial City, and with the help of Martin Septim and Akatosh, had managed to vanquish Mehrunes Dagon from Tamriel. The strength of the Thalmor had gained popularity throughout the provinces that they pretty much became the core of what was to become the Third Aldmeri Dominion. With their growth in popularity and power, they eventually expanded their influence in Tamriel, slowly biding their time in the 4th Era to grow their power even further. In the 2nd century of the 4th Era, the Aldmeri Dominion finally had the strength to challenge the Empire, so they launched a massive attack that came to be known as the Great War. Unfortunately, the combination of the rising power of the Thalmor with all of the events that were already weakening the Empire post-Oblivion Crisis, the Elves almost swept through the territories of the Empire, with only the Red Guards of Hammerfell providing the most resistance. It was only through the efforts of Emperor Titus Mede II, which likely included General Tullius and future Stormcloak Rebellion General Ulfric Stormcloak, that the Empire managed to recapture the Imperial City from the Thalmor. Unfortunately, they did not have enough manpower to launch a counteroffensive, and thus the White Gold Concordat was signed. And this is where we get directly to the question, because one of the ratifications of the treaty was the ban of the worship of Talos throughout Tamriel. Not only that, the Thalmor had free reign to send agents to different provinces and hunt down those who continue to worship Talos. Now, there are few possible reasons why this was enforced. The first reason we will look at is the fact that Talos was an addition to the 8 divines becoming the 9 divines. Because the elves have much longer lifespans than men, they are believers of the old ways, and the old ways include the worship of the 8 divines. So they believe that Talos has no place amongst the divines and the status quo must be upheld. The second reason we will look at, and is more likely between the two, is because Talos was a man in his life, not a god from the beginning. In the eyes of the Thalmor, because they have a radical belief that Mer is greater than men, the thought of worshipping a being that they see as lesser than them would be utterly ridiculous and can be seen as an embarrassment. So having the worship of Talos being outlawed would save them from having to face that embarrassing fact. If you ask me, it is a combination of the 2 reasons that drove the radical elves to outlaw the worship of Talos when they made the Empire sign the White Gold Concordat. They are very determined to remove any signs of him from the face of Tamriel from a divine standpoint. But I am sure that his actions when he lived are very well known, that one does not simply outlaw him as a divine being, if at least not a great hero of men. And that pretty much sums up as to why I think the Thalmor decided to outlaw the worship of Talos. Did I miss any possible reasons or details about the banning of the worship of Talos? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed. Let's aim for 50 likes so we can cover Talos' ascension into godhood. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more content, and join the Discord so we can chat and hang out. Other than that, this is Enzo signing out, and I will see you all in the next lore video.